tell us about what your experience has been like in Israel since you came.
Well, I was actually meant to be back in Ukraine in October. I was there the year before, covering the conflict there. So I've seen quite a lot of war zones. I think even for somebody like me, I was shocked, deeply shocked by what I saw, what I've seen, and what I've heard. And if I could put that into a word, I think it's the glee with which the terrorists attacked. I've seen quite a lot of human savagery, but gleeful savagery is unusual. Psychopaths are a small percentage of any population, but they are born, arguably. Sociopaths are made. And we saw an army of sociopaths and psychopaths attack Israel that day. And I've been everywhere from the Gaza a number of times, around all the kibbutz and the site of the Nova Festival, to the mortuaries where they identify the bodies, and then up to the northern border to see what is happening there, which I think is underestimated at the moment. I've been in the West Bank, Judea and Samaria a fair amount. A journalist from Tel Aviv said to me the other day, he wanted to do an interview in Tel Aviv, and he said, can I come to see you at 9 a.m. for breakfast? I said, well, actually, I'm having a bit of a late night tonight. And he's yeah, no, I am too. A great girl I've met. And when we met the next day, he says, how was your night? I said, well, I was actually patrolling in the West Bank with the IDF. How was yours? No. I love misunderstandings like that. But I've tried to see the conflict in the round. I spent a lot of time with the survivors, with the families and the hospitals, interviewing the heroes of the day and the victims, who are often the same thing, and a lot of time with the families of the hostages. I was at the Sheba when the first children came back that night, which was one of the most moving things I've ever seen or been part of, to the extent I was, because to see Tel Aviv shut down. I subsequently heard, by the way, from one of the helicopter pilots that there had been a great jostling among the pilots to be the ones with the honor of bringing them back. And the streets ground to a halt, and the public got out of their cars and they realized what was happening and started singing in the streets to the children. One of the most moving sights.